in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hola, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hippies and straights all around the world. Winstone, thank you ever so much as ever for your kind introduction. If there is one thing that the folks in ALEC and the Bush crime family and the corporatizers and the charterizers and the privatizers all feeding on the carcass of public education right now, what they all agree on is that the schools, foremost among public services, should be conducted in accordance with market principles. Now, if you have any doubt as to what those are, I suggest you go read Naomi Klein's valuable book called The Shock Doctrine. Unfortunately for the business axis, this dogma of market is just not true. Market-based educational reform is an utter failure. And yet we still can't shake the nasty, decaying effluent of its bad policy from our classrooms. One of the more difficult things to impress upon people who are schooled from birth in the articles of faith of capital, such as the logic and the magic of markets, for example, as every single solitary citizen and resident of the United States has been for every moment of the last 60 years at least, is that the schools and other public services should not be subject to the same expectations as businesses. They perform different duties, do different jobs. This was illustrated for me recently in a following account. There'll be a crawl across the screen by a former high-powered, big-money entrepreneur. Call this codename Blueberries. The entrepreneur had been engaged as a motivational speaker at an in-service for teachers in a nearby town, and as an unabashed acolyte of the Friedman principles of market, he had set about extolling those principles and enjoining the teachers to adopt the model of markets in their schools. He noted a bit of frosty reception, but it wasn't until the question and answer period afterward that the appropriateness or lack of same of his whole speech was placed before him. A questioner from the seats began by congratulating him warmly on his success and the success of his product, and ice cream as it happened. The teacher, a woman, induced the speaker to admit how proud he was of his ice cream and of his personal attention to the details of its manufacture, the immaculate machinery and the spotless plant and the quality of all the ingredients, all the best that money could buy. And then she stuck it to him. So she said, "If you're down on the loading dock and a shipment of blueberries comes in and they're not as good as what you expected, what do you do with them?" And he knew she had him, because when he said, "I send them back," she pointed out that she and her fellow teachers in the school didn't have that luxury. They had to make do with what they got and make the best of it. That's the difference between public service and the marketplace, hippies. See you at the beach.